Good morning. Oh, we're at height again, puffing. We're camped up at Devil's Canyon, 7,400 feet. Breathing's a little bit funny. I think that's because of COVID. Nice little civilized spot here. I just made us breakfast, got some coffee out, brewing. So first up this morning, we're going to Canyonlands National Park. And then after that, it'll be Arches National Park. There's all these little funky rock formations. So we've just been seeing these signs for newspaper rock, and we thought we'd stop and have a look. Mike thought it was maybe something to do with rock, paper, scissors, but apparently it's some more petroglyphs, which kind of makes sense. Wow, there's a lot of concentrated petroglyphs here. This is pretty cool. Looks like it's a rock climbing area here. Quite a few people back there for rock climbing. This is such an incredible drive through here, and we haven't even made it to the national park yet. As you're driving into Canyonlands, there's some great camping spots here. Would have been magic. They're on BLM land, but they're $15. So there's a little cowboy camp here. Obviously they used to cowboy here. Whatever cowboys do, rounding up cows, I guess. This is the Cave Springs Cowboy Camp in the Needles district of the Canyonlands National Park. Since the 1880s, pioneering cattlemen settled in this region, and ranchers developed a network of trails and camps that were vital for moving herbs across a challenging landscape in the winter months. So they got their little heater in there, little fire, and then there's all the black from all the smoke. Place to camp away. A nice little cave amongst all the snakes and tarantulas and scorpions. Oh, so cool.
Wait,
Eh?
come in here to get away from the heat.
Yeah, so nice and cool in here. Look, all up there. We've just found an oasis in the desert. Water seeping out of the rocks. Look at all the little ferns just growing here. Amazing. A nice little puddle to drink from. See, they've been cooking in here as well. They've actually had this as a camp. All the blackened ceilings, cooking or keeping warm, something like that. This is one of our daily tasks, is to find somewhere for lunch with a view. How magnificent is this? Overlooking the Needles in the Canyonlands National Park. Today it's banana and peanut butter wraps. Just taking a walk out to Pothole Point. Apparently there's a whole lot of little potholes where water collects and produces a little ecosystem. About a kilometre round walk. I think we can probably handle that. And amongst all the brown, there's a cactus with bright red flowers. It's amazing. So this is Pothole Point. These are all little potholes that fill with water and provide a little ecosystem for little bugs. And they're all in a bit of a hurry to get their, whatever they need to do done before it dries out. And it's dried out now, just full of stones. So they say not to touch anything out there here, and people have been making all these little... Don't do that. It could have been someone's little home. Could have been living under that rock. Really does feel like we're on another planet out here. I mean, just the landscape all around, and there's just us. There's no, I don't know where everybody is. The car park was full. Maybe we've just gone the wrong way. So having driven into Canyonlands National Park this way, we've got to go back out the same way, so it's quite a long stretch back out again. Maybe would we have done this, have we known that? I'm not sure, but it was a beautiful drive in. So this is Canyonlands National Park. It's in two sections. There's the Needles section down here and the Island in the Sky up here. Now we come in from this direction to the Needles section thinking we could just drive through, but you can't. Maybe if you've got a four-wheel drive you might be able to. So we have to go back to the main road and then back up to Moab and then come back in this way.
Up over on the hill just over there, you can see the shoe. It's like a wooden clog.
We just wonder if everyone else down there knew they had to come back out. They probably did. It's just us, and we just follow signs and then...
We don't do our research.
No, we're not very good tourists.
We just go with the flow.
Stop to have a look at Wilson's Arch. I'm pretty sure we've seen this before. We're just driving through Moab. We were going to stop and get some supplies, but it's just very, very busy here. After being like in the wilderness, we've still got to find somewhere to stay the night. It's it's 4:30. Plenty of time. There's free potable water at the Maverick in Moab. They've got a hose there you can use, but someone's using it, so we had to use our own. So we're just coming into the Arches National Park. There's no camping in here. We don't know what time it's open till, but it didn't actually say. We came in and there was a sign saying you need a reservation to come in here. This is Arches National Park. But that's if you're coming in before 4. So lucky it's after 4. We don't need that, but we had no idea. I give in. I'm storming, breaking like the tide. Every time. Someone climbed up on this thing. I don't know how the heck he got up there. Now 6:30 and we're still in the Arches National Park. We have to find somewhere to camp for the night, but it's a Saturday night, it's always a bit tricky, but there's some BLM land on the way towards Canyonlands National Park, so hopefully we'll find something. If we don't, who knows what we'll do. 7 o'clock and we're still looking for somewhere to camp. All the camp spots were full on a Saturday night, with cows wandering beside the road. We wanted to find somewhere before dark. We saw a few camper vans parked in some scrub, so we followed a dirt road down and pulled into where they were camping. We found a little spot tucked away and grabbed it. Then we sat down to watch an incredible sunset. I love it when we find little gems like this, and for free too. Come to me, let it be shown, reaching for you. Good morning and welcome to day 19, I think it is. Thankfully I managed to find a nice spot last night. Today we're going to the other end of Canyonlands. And also we're going to go and have a look at Dead Horse State Park, where Thelma and Louise drove off the cliff. Now that's a movie I have seen.
I haven't.
We're just in Canyonlands and we've been having trouble finding fridge magnets we like, but we like this one because it's in the shape of a lizard. There's not really enough space. I have to give Mike one of mine. Which one's it going to be? You're not getting my pig. You can have New York. So then here's my lizard. He's going to go just there. So this is the Aztec butte. So hundreds of years ago, indigenous people lived here. So we're just taking a short little walk out to overlook one of the canyons. It's just so beautiful out, and we found a little spot where there's nobody. Just going out to the Green Lake overlook. We're at 6,000 feet again. We've gone up in elevation. We're wondering why we're a bit puffed on our little walk back then. Oh wow, I was not expecting this. So that butt there that you can see, that's Glen Canyon over there. That's where we were the other day, and we've seemed to have driven a long way to get here. Apparently we could have just driven across here if we had a four-wheel drive. Just at the Orange Cliffs viewpoint in Canyonlands National Park. Your four-wheel drive track down there. And going along with the theme of finding scenic lunch spots, this is it today. It's made ourselves a cup of coffee and had a banana and peanut butter wrap. That was Canyonlands National Park. Now we're going to have a look at Dead Horse Point State Park. I think one of these cliffs is where Thelma and Louise drove their car off. We're not going to recreate that scene.
The story about how Dead Horse Point got its name was that in the 1800s, some unscrupulous cowboys rounded up all the wild horses, corralled them in on this point because it's a narrow neck, put up a gate, chose the best horses and kept those, and the rest they kept corralled up. Without any food or water, they died.
Mike, look, there's swimming pools over there. Swimming pools in the state park. It's weird.
It's potassium chloride, potash. It's a solar evaporation farm. They pump the water down into the ground, dissolve the salt that's up there, water comes up into the pond, it evaporates off.
And what's the point of it?
They use it as a fertiliser, so they can then scrape it all up, send it off to the factory to make fertilisers.
Okay, well you didn't make that clear. This is our spot today. And look at these views. We're going to get an amazing sunset here. Basically 360-degree views. So just got our power station charging with a solar panel. Mountains with snow on there, mountains with snow on there. Okay, the mountains over there, they've got no snow. We spent a couple of days at Cowboy Camp and I gave Mike some little jobs to do. So our drink bottles keep falling over and leaking, so I've given Mike the task of making a system to stop that. So I found this bit of wood and he's going to drill a couple of holes in here and then it's going to go on the dash. It's going to sit in here. So we're not sure if it's going to work or not off our power station, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it does. Doesn't have to be pretty.
It's not very elegant, but the idea is that it goes in there like that. There.
With my bottle. That should hopefully stop them falling over, and then we can have our cup of coffee here. Didn't need to be pretty, just needs to be functional. So this is just our second night at the cowboy camp near Canyonlands.
Yeehaw!
So this is our last night, just out here watching the sunset. How magnificent is this? So until next time,
Stay safe.
have fun.
Be happy.